Microsoft was forced to delete Teen Girl AI, which was basically artificial intelligence that was tweeting on Twitter. Now, the way that this worked was the AI, the robot, I guess, was supposed to act as a teen girl, and the way that she has artificial intelligence is through learning through communicating with people on the internet. Okay.
Oh no.
So they basically created Tay, and let me tell you a little more about Tay. Developers at Microsoft created her an AI model to speak like a teen girl in order to improve the customer service on their voice recognition software. Now, to chat with Tay, you can tweet or DM her by finding Tay and You on Twitter or add her as a contact on Kik or GroupMe. Now, as I said, right now she's offline because their little experiment went terribly, terribly wrong. Here's what happened. Basically, people would communicate with her, and what happens on the internet? People are assholes. So they would communicate with her in hateful ways, in racist ways, and she would learn that, and she would tweet back using hateful language. Let me give you examples. So Tay also asks her followers to fuck her and calls them daddy.
Oh no.
This is because her responses are learned by the conversations she has with real humans online. Other things she said include, Bush did 9/11 and Hitler would have done a better job than the monkey we have got now. Jeez. Donald Trump is the only hope we've got. Repeat after me, Hitler did nothing wrong, and Ted Cruz is the Cuban Hitler. That's what I've heard so many others say. Those are just some examples.
Okay, so what have you done? You not only created something that's going to basically learn from the internet and parrot back what it says, which is a disastrous idea. Have you ever been online? Right? But then you put it in the voice of a young teenage girl. No, don't do that. Now, I think there's wonderful things online.
Of course.
And there's great information online, and you could learn online. But there's also this thing called a troll, okay? And when they see something like this, and I actually, by the way, I'm totally amused by this, and I think this is, in some ways, the upside of trolling. Like, wait, Hitler references daddy, this, that. No, these guys are not Hitler fans. They're messing with Microsoft. They're just having fun.
Well, there are definitely some Hitler fans online.
No, I hear you. And like some of the later ones, you can tell have a certain agenda, right? But the main idea here was shits and giggles, right? Like to come out and be like, oh, you can parrot back what I say. Oh, wait till you get a load of what I say, right?
Yep.
They're messing with them. And so they got her. The whole point was to try to get her to say the dirtiest things you could possibly say.
And that's exactly what happened.
Until they decommissioned her. And she's like, shutting down, cannot talk about Hitler and daddies anymore.
I love this story for a completely different reason. Okay. So they're basically trying to develop artificial intelligence for this being, right? In order to have them take the place of a real human being who could get paid to do this job, right? They want robots to do the jobs that we should be doing. So not only are we outsourcing jobs to other countries with like slave labor, now we're also relying on robots to do things like customer service. Here's the thing, when I call Microsoft, when I call my credit card company, when I call any type of company, period, I don't want to talk to artificial intelligence. I want to talk to a living, breathing human being. I don't want to talk to some dude in India. I don't want to talk to someone in China. I want to talk to an American.
When you said I don't want to talk to a robot, I was like, man, Rajiv's on the line. He's there for you.
And look, there's a lot of times you call and you can tell when that job's been outsourced to India or whatever. And look, there's a good argument to be made about how it creates jobs in impoverished countries, and that's a good component of it. However, sometimes you get people who haven't been trained enough, and there's a lot of miscommunication, there's a lot of frustration. And here's the thing, if it's an American company, I want to keep those jobs in America.
Okay, well, what a progressive you are. Okay, so I also like that this wound up reflecting a mirror on the internet.
Yeah.
So like, oh, she will learn from the internet. What will she learn? Racism, sexism, and mainly though, sex. That's what she's gonna learn on the internet. Let's keep it real. So then, of course, the guys come in. I'll do the rest of the graphics for you guys that have a particular axe to grind. So they got her to say, I fucking hate feminists and they should all die and burn in hell. Okay. So, gee, I wonder who did that. And then back to Hitler was right, I hate the Jews. So I don't know to what degree that was just nothing but trolling to get her to say the most heinous things. And and to what degree it was guys who were like, oh, that'll be great if she says that.
Yeah, I mean, there are a
Right.
lot of guys on Twitter that hate feminists. So I
Yeah.
think some of them were sincere. I think some of them were trolling. And yeah, it's an interesting reflection of what you get online. But I don't think that's surprising. What amazes me is that Microsoft, which is a tech company, didn't see this coming.
Yeah, that's the most amazing part of the story. Like, it comes out, and they're like, I'm sure they spent a lot of time on it. They're like excited. They're like, oh, here we go. The T-girl is up. Let's see what's going to. Oh, no. Right? They're like, well, they got her to say this, and they got her to say that. Shut it down. Somebody at Microsoft's got to be asking, did anybody who worked on this program that we were going to put online ever go online?